And now, the joy of annotating with Bob Ross Pastor. Morning, boys and girls. Today we got a happy little painting for you that we're going to do. And I don't want you to worry when you go to make this annotation if it's a little too dark in here. It does look a little bit dark in here. Let's shine a happy little light on that. There we go. That's a little better. We'll turn that music down for you so you don't have to listen to the same thing over and over again. And when we do our annotations, boys and girls, let's make sure that we get into it. Remember, we don't make mistakes, just happy little accidents as we just kind of brush the canvas with the brush and just no weight on the brush, just let the weight of the brush do all the work for you. So, we got a happy little poem. Today, it's called Love Without Love by Luis Llorens Torres, and it's black text on liquid white because it's a whiteboard and it's white. And that's okay that the whiteboard is there. It's there to be our little imagination that we put all our happy little annotations on. Let's run the colors, shall we? We'll have them come up on the bottom of the screen as I read them off for you. We're going to use State Chant Black. We're going to use Woke Up Feeling Dangerous Brown. No Hawk Blue. St. McPatrick McGreen. I like green. Green's a nice place. I got a friend over there that likes to tell a lot of stories. Really good at it. We got Spray Tan Orange. Yeah, you knew that was coming. Aquafina Teal. Propecia Purple for all our people that have to take Nexium because they eat a taco. It comes up their throat. They taste the taco again all day long. Conley Red for number 51. And because it's fall, allergies are in the air. All kinds of pathogens floating around, just doing their happy little pathogen dances. We got sinus infection green for that. Now, the thing you have to know about annotations is that annotations grow in all kinds of shapes and colors. So let's get into it. So we've got this poem here called Love Without Love by Luis Llorens Torres. We're going to start with our State Chant Black. We're just going to either highlight, maybe circle, but do something to that. Then draw a happy little comment. Look at that. Isn't that just beautiful? Just a happy little comment that lives over there. That's obviously an oxymoron. You probably couldn't hear that. But that's obviously an oxymoron, like those cute little jumbo shrimp that you get at Red Lobster. I don't like Red Lobster. I don't like what they do to those lobsters. But it's an oxymoron because I think what he wants here is a relationship. You see that happy little Ariel? Yeah, he lives over there, but relationship needs something. It needs a friend. Let's give him a happy little friend. It needs a relationship, but without the clinginess. Now this explanation might just be for the boys, but sometimes in a relationship, it just feels like you're being wrapped in bubble wrap. Wherever you go, you can't get away. And ladies, sometimes there's guys like that. You don't need clinginess in your life. It's okay for State Champ Black to cling to my liquid whiteboard. That's okay. Because, well, Wherever pirates go, they win. But relationships, if you love it, set it free like a happy little bird. Let's get back into it. We're going to take our Chase Conley red, and it's obviously very direct. The tone is direct and honest tone here with what he has to say to the girl. But he's got a reason for it. He's got a reason. Let's take our spray tan orange. Just kind of kiss the canvas with the marker here. There we go, that's right, just right. Let the weight of the marker tip do all the work. Ain't that a happy little line? 1,001 Nights of Dreams. That's obviously an illusion, right? An outside reference to something with which we're both familiar. And let's have some fun with that illusion. Ready to have some fun? Okay. It's an allusion to the Arabian Nights. That's how long he's been dreaming about this girl. About 3 years. 1,001 nights. He's been dreaming. But he hasn't really been dreaming of this girl. See, I kind of misled you. It was a mistake. Just a happy little accident. Okay. Let's get our Aquafina teal. Because now we've got some serious irony. And in your annotation, boys and girls, I want you to explain it. Explain that irony. Okay? Explain. Please. In other words, I got a happy little friend here that he's got a saying for that. When he wants you to provide that extra analytical thought. I got a happy little friend. I just found him walking down the road. Okay? And the only thing he says is Kowalski analysis. So students, explain please. Provide analysis. Okay? In fact, I'm going to kind of just glaze over that liquid whiteboard with my finger and change that. Analyze, please. How is that ironic that in all his 3 or 4 years of dreams, depending on your math, he never once dreamed of this girl. That's why he loves her. And that's ironic. But you know, boys and girls, there's lots of things in life that are really ironic. I just want you to take them, and I want you to be analytical. Have nothing in your mind except the poem, its theme, its purpose, and the analysis. Just you, the poem, and your happy little interpretation. Let's get back into it. We're going to take our No Hawk blue. I look down paths that traveled from afar. Boy, that's just a happy little image, isn't it? Let's call that imagery. Okay? We've got imagery of vision and loneliness. Kind of reminds me, I got a friend that lives out in Colorado. His name's Bob Seeger. And he sent me a happy little song that said, I stood on a mountaintop staring out at the Great Divide. It reminded me of a lot of moments. I lived for 14 years on mountaintops doing somebody else's work, and now I'm doing my own work. And that's what he's got here. He probably spent some time doing work for somebody else. And now he's looking down these paths that traveled from afar. It's kind of got that distant tone, boys and girls. He's removed from the situation. He's got that happy little clarity of mind. Look, I made a happy little accident. So we're just going to kind of scrape that up a little bit. Yeah, that's right. Kind of glaze it off there. make a whole new E. Yeah, it's distinct. There's no other E like that in the world, boys and girls. But it was never you I expected. We're going to go back to our Conley read. When he says never you that I expected, that's that irony again. Okay? But it's got a happy little twist. Everything in life, boys and girls, has to have a very gentle twist to it. And the twist here is that he didn't expect it to be her. He probably thought it would be some other woman he idealized. Maybe an actress, or a singer, or a supermodel. But no, it was her. And it was true. True love is kind of like that acid reflux that you get when you eat that taco that doesn't quite sit well with you. It's unexpected. And that's just a more happy little irony. Let's get back into it. Suddenly I felt you flying through my soul. Let's take this St. McPatrick McGree. I felt you flying through my soul. Again, we get some very, very deep imagery. Okay? And when we talk about the soul, well, boys and girls, that's a special kind of connection. That's a spiritual connection. Make sure you write spiritual in there, so I know you did this. How beautiful you seem way up there, far from my always idiot heart. How beautiful you seem way up there. Oop, looks like our marker made a happy little accident, but that's okay. We're not going to throw him in the back of the room like Mr. Pastor does and leave him for dead. Let's go analyze that. You seem way up there. Again, she's distant, but beautiful. And not like a Monet. You know those paintings by Monet? Boy, he was a happy little painter. He just painted his own little truth. Personally, I think he was nearsighted because everything he painted was really, really blurry. I don't like blurry paintings. I like happy little trees, happy little mountains. And he's got this happy little woman just way up there in the clouds. So beautiful, so distant. And again, that goes back to that oxymoron, right? Why does he love her so much? Because she's not all up in his business 24 hours a day. And I think I realized that if Sabe doesn't get a haircut soon, this is what his hair's going to look like. Let's make some more fluffy annotations. Come on. Far from my always idiot heart. Let's go back to spray tan orange for a second, shall we? My always idiot heart. We're going to circle that. And we're just going to kind of fluff this out over here. Just kind of, when you make your comment, just kind of fluff it out like that. There we go. That's right. Happy little line. Always idiot heart. Boy, we've got some serious connotation there. Okay? He is stupid in love. He's got a disastrous relationship history, boys and girls. Not like Mrs. Ross. No, he had a nice little thing going. But he's stupid. He always goes for the wrong girl. His heart is stupid. And yeah, we could take our St. Patrick McGreen. We got a little bit of personification there too. His heart is always misguided. Always going for the wrong woman. Always going for the wrong thing. Kind of like my friend Ric Flair. He's nice, a nature boy. We get along real well because opposites attract. But he's been married like 17 times. I think he's got an idiot heart. Don't tell him I said that, boys and girls. He didn't make any mistakes. Just happy little accidents. And sometimes when we make a happy little accident, we gotta take our brush and clean it off. So we're just gonna beat the heck out of that thing, take it over to our stand over here, and get all our hostilities out. Let's finish this poem off, please. All right. Love me that way. His tone's very direct there, flying over everything. And then we got this simile here. We'll use Conley Red for that. This is happy little simile. Okay? Because she's light, airy, and not clingy. Y'all can learn from that. Land in my arms, only to rest, and then fly off again. Okay? Now you can call this connotation, imagery, personification, whatever you want to call it. Just make a happy little fluffy annotation and let your marker just kiss the whiteboard. Let's analyze it. What's this personification? Then fly off again. I think what it means is an old idiom. I'm not sure who said it, but the author of this idiom sure wasn't an idiot. He said, distance makes the heart grow fonder. Isn't that just a happy little thought, boys and girls? Doesn't it just fluff off all the gentleness in your heart? Fly off again. See, that's the theme here. That's a lesson, that's a purpose that he's trying to show. And maybe I'll take my state chant black, and I want you to analyze the purpose. You'll do that for me. That would just make me feel so special. Analyze the purpose there. Why is he putting that image in? What's he trying to teach all you people out there in TV land about love? Speaking of you people in TV land, I just want to thank you for letting me into your living room today to spend time with your family analyzing this poem. Let's continue. Be not like the romantic ones. I think there's a little sense of irritation there, so we'll use our happy little sinus infection green. Be not like the romantic ones who in love set me on fire. Wow, you can't see that at all. We're going to have to change that. Go to our woke up feeling dangerous brown. Be not like the romantic ones who in love set me on fire. Again, there's some serious connotation there, boys and girls, that bad love or romance burns. Okay? And it also hits his relationship history. This guy just can't get a break. He's like my friend Rod Stewart. Some guys have all the luck. Not him. Because he just gets burned. Just like Waverly's defense. He just gets burned. Let's keep going. He got burned. Like Blake Richardson trying to chase a Lattimore. He got burned. So what's the point then? Let's kind of tilt our camera here. Clean off our brush again. Go on over here, you'll hear this. Boy, that gets all the hostility out. You just beat the devil out of it. When you climb up my mansion, let's get our St. McPatrick McGreen out. When you climb up my mansion, boy, he must have a majestic heart. He must have a majestic soul. Right, that connotation there. Let's finish this off with State Chant Black. Enter so lightly that as you enter, the dog on my heart will not bark. Maybe we say that this mansion here is just a luscious little metaphor for his majestic soul. But But what about that last line, boys and girls? That happy little metaphor right there, that fluffy little metaphor. The dog on my heart will not bark. Now think, why do you put a dog in front of something? You go to sleep at night. Why do you have the dog in the front room? To guard you. Why does this guy need to guard his heart? Well, because his relationship history is just gosh darn awful. That's probably the meanest thing that Bob Ross has ever said. The dog on my heart. Look at this happy little metaphor. Okay? Two things that we get from that. Number one is that he protects his heart. He protects his heart. Why? You'll have to tell me that in your happy little annotation. But the other thing too, enter so gently that the dog on my heart will not bark. Here's what I want you to do. What does this say about her? I want you in this annotation to analyze her. What type of person is she? And what type of person does he want her to be? What a happy little poem. Isn't that beautiful? Just all painted like. I'll send you a picture maybe if I can. But if not, that's okay too, because you can just kind of follow along and make your happy little annotations. Thank you again for letting me into your analytical mind. And this has been the joy of annotating with Bob Ross, Pastor.